Worldview, Cultural Explanations of Life and Death. Having explained family and state, we now turn to worldview and religion. A culture's worldview focuses on the major assumptions about life that all individuals at one time or another must deal with. Worldview, therefore, deals with existential topics, some of which are: what is the purpose of life? Is the world ruled by law, chance, or God? What is the right way to live? How did the world begin? What happens when we die? What is good and bad, right and wrong? Why do we exist? How do we determine truth? How these questions are answered depends on a culture's social, economic, and educational systems and other factors. In understanding how that culture perceives the world and interacts with people in that world, one can comprehend a culture. Worldview manifests itself in a culture. The West, for example, emphasizes control of nature as opposed to the East, which emphasizes harmony with it. American Indians do the same as Eastern cultures. Think of other examples how worldview might affect behavior. Why then are we studying religion in a course on world cultures? Because religion, or lack thereof, supplies a worldview of billions of people throughout the world. As you should see from your readings this week, religion, perception, and behavior are all inextricably intertwined. Never in the history of civilization has the behavior dimension of religion been so widespread, relevant, and volatile. Many of the forms and constructs of worldviews can be classified into three categories: atheism, spirituality, and long-established religious traditions. Atheism begins with a rejection of any form of deity and believes they are a projection of humankind's own aspirations and yearnings. As such, the role of the individual in society changes and a different set of ethical standards are in place. There is also the concept of finality and death. Stephen Hawking writes that heaven is a fairy tale for people who are afraid of the dark. Death, therefore, is not spiritual at all, but biological. Spirituality, on the other hand, attempts to focus on the sacred aspects of life rather than the materialistic ones. Unlike organized religion, spirituality seeks to challenge the individual rather than the collective. In addition, spirituality does not expect or require a distinguished format or traditional organization. It is more of a personal search rather than a way of having the answers to life's largest questions imposed by something outside of the person. Followers of this approach would say that knowing yourself will give you a sense of purpose, allow you to achieve your full potential, and connect you to others and a higher source. They would also say that your spirituality can be expressed in a host of ways, ranging from contemplation and art to meditation, prayer, and even traditional religious worship. Religion provides a worldview because it attempts to explain the workings of the world and, in some cases, the afterlife. Religion takes a particular interest in trying to explain what are often called the cosmic and complex issues all people must deal with. It provides a set of principles and beliefs about the nature of life and earth, the creation of the universe, the connection of individuals and groups to one another, and the relationship of humankind to the earth. Religion not only deals with the sacred and the spiritual, but also helps its adherents to manage worldly issues related to human conduct. It establishes right and wrong. It is a major source of cultural values, beliefs, and attitudes. In the 21st century, religion has been impacted by globalization, exposing people from different parts of the world and different beliefs to each other. Technology has also been a contributor to that diffusion of information. But religion brought with its religious wars, and although it might seem more obvious in the 21st century, violence in the name of religion has been around for thousands of years. At the core of this violence is that religion establishes boundaries for its adherents, such as territorial, symbolic, or otherwise. In conclusion, worldview is a culture's orientation towards God, humanity, nature, the universe, life, death, sickness, and other philosophical issues concerning existence. Although worldview is communicated in a variety of ways, religion is the predominant element of culture from which one's worldview is derived. Think about this. All religions have some unique features, but they also share many similarities. Developing religion's tolerance has increased in importance in the 21st century.